welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for being here with me today. And today we're going to start a new project using the Scrapbook Kit over at Tres Jolie. And this paper is by 3/4 Designs. This is the paper featured in the Scrapbook Kit for Tres Jolie this month. So we're going to be making a couple of layouts since it was just Easter and I have some photos I need to get done. We're going to go ahead and do some layouts using the chipboard pieces that come in the kit, and this is going to be so fun. I can't wait to share this with you. Let's go ahead and get started. To start off, we're going to go ahead and do our chipboard pieces, and I just grabbed my walnut stain and I went ahead and just inked up my fence. And so I'm just using a little dabber and I'm just rubbing the ink right on there. There's no reason you need to prep it or anything like that, and you don't need to seal it once you're finished. The next piece we're going to do is the large wreath. Now, this is the top part of the wreath, so I went ahead and just inked all of this up with the same ink using the walnut stain, and I'm just rubbing this on with my little sponge, and the sponge is flaking as I'm doing this because I had used the sponge, the same sponge on a previous project, and so it's just been through a lot, and so it's just kind of it's roughed up and it's just flaking. Once you're done, you're going to go ahead and place glue on the back of your chipboard piece, and we're just going to glue this right on top of the back of the chipboard. You'll see the outline there laying down, and you're just going to go ahead and lay this down. Make sure that when you adhere both pieces together that they're burnished down really good so they don't come up. So I wanted to do something fun with this chipboard because the open spaces and the butterflies. So I went ahead and grabbed like my liquid pearls, and I'm using two different kinds. I'm using the Ranger and then I'm using Bow Bunny, but you can use whatever ones you have on hand. And I decided to go ahead and go inside of each of the open spaces and place some inside, and then to go ahead and get it in all the nooks and crannies, I went ahead and used a toothpick to kind of guide it along into the thin spots, or if there's a little space I didn't get, I kind of maneuvered the liquid pearls inside of that area. And so I did that with all of the openings. Now I decided to use a yellow and it was kind of like a blue, like a sky blue, maybe a little bit more like a green, but it did come out like a blue. So I really liked it. I was looking for more of a greenish color, but I didn't have anything that kind of looked green to really match the colors in the paper, so I just opted for the blue, and I think it looked pretty good. I think it really brightened it up a lot. So I really like how it looks. And so here I'm using the toothpick to just kind of guide the liquid pearls around. Now I did do, like, I let it dry for a little bit. I did one layer and then I went back and did another layer as I was doing the other ones, and then just kind of went back and forth. When they dry, some of them did kind of crack, but then I just placed another layer right on top of that, let it dry a little bit. If it cracked again, I just placed another layer, and eventually they didn't crack anymore once they started drying. So I don't know if it's just because I put so many layers on top of it, and I don't know, but I didn't use a heat gun or anything. I let it air dry. So that's what I recommend. I mean, you can try a hair or your heat gun if you want to, but I just want to let you know it may bubble up or it may cause it to crack. So I don't know what it would probably do to that. But anyway, just went back and forth until this was done. I have to say, this was so fun to do. It was something different. I wasn't sure how it would turn out. I really didn't know. I've never seen anybody do this before, so I don't know if it's been done before or not. I'm sure it probably has, but I just thought I'd give it a try. So I went ahead and printed out some of my photos. Now I have a selfie printer, so I went ahead and printed them down. I think they're like 2 by 3 or something like that. So they're not like the 4 by 6 photos where they're really big, but you can print yours out however big you wanted. And I printed in this size so that way they would fit inside of those little wooden frames, because I just love those wooden frames. And so I went ahead and just placed glue around the mat, and then I went ahead and backed up the photo and placed the frame around the photo. Super easy peasy. And then we do add some foam backing to this that I had in my stash, just some regular like foam scraps, and they are a larger foam than what I usually use for like shakers and stuff, but that's because I needed more of a height using this frame. So if you put your photos on top of the frame, kind of like how I'm doing, then you may need a couple of foam tape on top of each other so you can have the height that you'll need. And then I just went ahead and placed glue on the back of the wreath, and then placed that down on top of my sheet. The sheet that I used has the little, as you can tell, it has the little images on it, the fence right there in the right hand corner, and then up on top of the left hand corner it has the lantern. I used some flowers from the kit and just kind of placed them around the inside of the wreath and just around the wreath. And yeah, just to kind of get something in the middle so it wouldn't look so bare inside. Okay, so here I decided to go ahead and lift up part of the edge of the wreath and kind of slide that big floral piece down in there. And then I decided to go ahead and place some foam tape on another flower, and then place that on the edge and with foam tape so it looks like it's, you know, kind of raised a little bit, matches the whole kind of aesthetic of the layout. And then here, this is where I'm doubling up on the tape on the back of the photo, so I can place this down, because it is, part of it's going to be kind of like on the wreath, and then part of it isn't going to be on the wreath, so you'll need help with that so your photo will be level. And I went ahead and added 2 strips on top of each other to reach that balance. So I just wanted to share with you so you could see that I placed 2 strips on top of each other. So here is the other frame in the picture, and see the big thick foam that I placed on the back of that? That's just scraps that I had in my stash. And so I just placed the picture there, and then I placed that little ephemera piece that has the little flowers in the planter there, and then I had that word Happy Easter in my stash, and I went ahead and used that. And then these little eggs I had in my stash, and I went ahead and placed them on top of the little frames. They're so cute, and I just had to use them. So they're just so cute. So went ahead and used some of those little eggs there, and then I placed some around the inside of the little wreath. Then I had these little butterflies, and they fit perfectly inside of the other little chipboard butterflies. So I went ahead and stuck just a few of them around the wreath, and I just really felt like it made that little wreath pop out a little bit more. And the butterflies had like that blue color that I put into the blue of the butterfly, the chipboard butterfly, so I thought it went really well with it. Okay, so for now what I'm doing is I'm just using these little eggs and I'm just spreading them around the bottom of my layout, and I'm just going to go ahead and place them there. I did use foam tape to kind of, you know, uh, build them up a little bit, and then now I'm just putting on my photos. Now you see that window right there. I wanted to keep that window showing, but I have so many grandchildren and I wanted to use some of these photos of them. So and they're just too cute, so I just thought, you know, actually I had more than this, but I had to like eliminate a couple. So I decided to go ahead and just use these and place them around. So, but yeah, it turned out pretty good. I really like how this turned out. Now, the papers that I'm using are actually those single sheets. You get like, I think they're maybe 4 inches or they may be 4.5 inches by 12. And so those I usually cut for my photos because they're just the right size and you don't have to waste any of your pretty 12 by 12 paper. So those are what I use. So now I'm just going to go ahead and stick these down, and then we'll be ready to decorate a little bit more. Okay, so there's my last photo. I'm sitting down, and I think that I like how they're all turned different ways, and I really like them, and they're so cute. So I really love these photos. They turned out so good. And then this egg hunt, again, this is from my stash. I went ahead and cut it out, and then I decided to go ahead, and I had actually used a black Sharpie around the edges, and just to give it a little bit more, you know, so it would pop out a little bit more. But then I decided to use that gold pen to go around it and just add a little bit of color to that. And I think it worked out beautifully. I love how it looks against the black. And then I decided to use that little bunny that's from my little stash. And then the extra flowers that were left over, here are some that I went ahead and placed down, and we're going to use those. So here I'm just going to use foam tape on these flowers and place these right underneath each other and under the egg hunt sign, or sentiment I should say. And then I'm going to place some foam tape on top of that egg there just to kind of give it a lift. So y'all, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope that you guys are enjoying the layouts and it gives you some inspiration. And if you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you join my channel, and I hope that you get lots of inspiration from all of my free videos. I do have playlists, so if you ever care to check them out, I have lots of mini albums that I've done in the past. I've done a lot of folios, and I've even done some junk journals, and I've done other things too, like a bit of mixed media and some wreath making and things like that. I have a lot of Christmas tutorials that I do an annual Christmas hop with Rosa over at Rosa's channel. And so thank you guys again for joining me. So this is pretty much all we're going to be doing for this little 12 by 12 layout, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. Okay, so we finished our layouts and they turned out so cute. I love how the butterflies turned out. They're so bright and full of color, and I love that. And so here is the layout we did with the chipboard butterfly wreath. So pretty. And then down below I did add this Happy Easter and some of the Easter eggs from my stash. And then I did the pictures of the girls. So cute. I just love it. So I cut out the little birdhouse, stuck that up there. Just love how this turned out. So pretty. And then here is another Easter photo here where they did the Easter egg hunt, and I added the eggs, and the butterflies are from my stash, and the bunny is too. But I incorporated them into this layout. And then here are some of the little pictures of them Easter egg hunting. And I just thought it was so cute. I just love it. I just love it. So full of spring, and I just think they both turned out beautifully. So I hope that you enjoyed today's tutorial, and I hope this gives you some ideas on using the kit for some Easter photos that you have in mind. And thanks again for joining me. I have all of the links down below for you. Take care, and I will be talking to you soon. Bye! Thanks for joining me today, y'all. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and head on over to Tres Jolie to check out their shop. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment, and join me Friday nights at 4:30 Central Time.